Welcome to the 20-minute VA starter class. You are going to learn all about what virtual assistance is, what you can earn, and if it's the right fit for you. And I am so freaking excited that you are here with me to learn about the virtual assistant opportunity. But before we dive in, I want you to pause this video really quick, pop over to Instagram and send me a message to let me know that you're watching. Okay, I want you to DM me VA. My handle is right there. You can see it on the top. If you don't follow me yet, give a follow so that we can chat. But send me VA on Instagram in a DM. I will pop in personally later today and say, hi, there is no automation on there. You're not going to get a robot sending you a message back. I will pop in later and say hello. So make sure that you send that over so that we can connect later on. I want to give y'all the Cliff Notes version of who I am, okay? I know that y'all find me in different places, and so you might have a different understanding of my background, but I'm going to give you the super Cliff Notes version because this is a 20-minute class. I am a wife of 11 years, a mom of a 6.5-year-old, very independent, strong-willed little girl, a dog mom of a 10-year-old bulldog, and a former communication professor turned virtual assistant after my daughter was born, and I was desperate to find a way to be able to be home and still create an income. I've been a virtual assistant for 6 years. 5 of that, this has been my full-time income. I have made over $500,000 working with clients, and I have helped over 1,200 women and moms build their own VA income through my program, the Superstar Assistant Academy, over the past 4 years. And I am so honored to get to help you get started too in this 20-minute class. So the 3 things that you're going to discover. Again, this class, y'all, is intentionally very short and to the point. I do have a different class that is a little more in depth, goes into more detail. It's longer. It's like 65, 70 minutes. If you want that class, send me a DM on Instagram and I'll send you the link. But this class is intentionally very short and to the point because I know that we are all busy women and I want to help you just really hammer this out, okay? So the 3 things you're going to discover today. Number 1, what a VA actually does. Number 2, what you can realistically earn as a virtual assistant. And number 3, possibly the most important, whether this is a fit for you right now, right? Does this actually meet your income goals, your lifestyle goals, your personality? Is it a fit for you to move forward with? So we're going to dive right in, okay? We're not wasting any time. What is a virtual assistant exactly? A VA is the behind the scenes support person that businesses rely on to keep things running smoothly on their back end, right? They're behind the scenes of their business. As a VA, you're a freelancer. Okay, so we're freelancers or independent contractors. In the US, that means we file our taxes as a 1099. Because of that, you can work from home or anywhere you have Wi-Fi, truly, but you get to work in the pockets of your day while helping business owners with things like inbox and calendar management, customer communication, community moderation, data entry, reporting, content support, admin tasks, and honestly, so much more. I could never cover all the things that we can do for our clients here. But you get to become your client's right-hand person, that one that they turn to when they need help. You get to save the day. You get all those messages saying, this is amazing. I couldn't do this without you. But while being an independent contractor, that means that you're your own boss. It gives you the freedom to choose what clients you work with, to choose what services you offer. You get to set your rates, and you get to decide when that work actually fits into your life. So what kinds of businesses are hiring VAs, right? Who's actually hiring virtual assistants? Business owners across all industries need help. If they have a business, if they're an entrepreneur, they need help. They can't do it all themselves. It is very common to work with online businesses. You can always work with local brick and mortar, but obviously we have a much more vast pool when we're working with online businesses because there's literally millions of them and there's new ones starting every day. Here are just some examples of the types of online businesses that tend to utilize VAs very commonly. So we have online course creators and coaches. Okay, these kind of go hand in hand because they're teaching people something. But again, it's through an online format. They can be across all industries, okay? That's the cool thing about this is that you can work with clients who their business is something you personally are actually interested in, because if they're a business, they need help. It can literally span from someone who's teaching people or coaching people how to invest in the stock market, all the way to people who are marriage counsel, like marriage coaches, or people who are, there's parenting coaches, and there's a whole world just inside that, right? People who are teaching baby-led weaning or sleep training, or how to help your kid not be a picky eater, or how to teach your kid to read. There's fitness, health and wellness is a whole industry as well. Tons of people who are coaching online, macro coaching, nutrition coaching, hormone adjustment, like literally everything you can think of, there's online businesses for, okay? Every topic. And all of those businesses need help. We also have like Etsy shop owners or print on demand shops. And Etsy, again, they might be totally digital, but if there's someone who makes like physical product, maybe they need help ordering their product or creating the invoices for their product. Maybe they want help putting out listings or creating Canva graphics for their listings that are going to go up on Etsy or in their print on demand shop. Network marketers, I know that there's a good chance you're here and looking into virtual assistants because you don't have any desire to be in network marketing. You don't want to sell, you don't want to build a team. That's all well and good. Completely. I get it. I'm the same way. But network marketers need help. My best, longest term, I was full-time with her for a couple of years, client was a network marketer who was really high up in her organization, and she needed a ton of help. So it's kind of fun because you get to be a part of like their community, but you don't have to be the one actually selling anything or building a team. Then there's this kind of subset of business owners who their actual business is done locally, but they do so many things online, like marketing their business, emailing with customers, sending out contracts for signature, sending invoices. A lot of the business itself is operated on the computer, despite the actual delivery of the product. So things like photographers, event planners, real estate agents, they're also using virtual assistants for that back end of their business. In the solopreneur market, this online business owner market is enormous already, and it is only growing every day. And these business owners need help, but they don't need a full-time employee. They don't want to have to do a W-2 employee that they're paying payroll taxes and Medicare and Medicaid and unemployment. They just want to get the contractor in, get the help, and pay you for your rate. So you, as the virtual assistant, you are their solution, and they are excited to bring you on board. But what do you actually do? What are we actually doing for the business owners when we do start working with them? The tasks, the very common tasks, fall into 5 main buckets. Again, I'm not going to go like crazy in depth here because the nature of this class is to be quick and to the point. Excuse me, but I want to give you an overarching understanding, okay? The top 2 spaces of services, like types of tasks that are the easiest for women to enter this industry in, first is admin. Doing things like proofreading, document creation, travel planning, file organization, keeping their Google Drive organized. Admin is second nature for most women, and it's also the arch nemesis of most business owners. They want to run the business. They want to have the impact. They don't want to fuck with the admin side, okay? So they're happy to bring you in. The second easiest entry point into this space is customer support, okay? Handling email, inbox, managing your client's calendar, making sure all their calls are good, that people are confirmed, that they have all the documents they need to be prepared for their calls, doing data entry, customer support. You're never on the phone. It's all online because it's always via email, but answering customer inquiries or processing refunds or sending password resets, and just like their general scheduling. A third category is tech. Okay, when I say tech, I don't mean you need to be a software engineer or able to write an HTML code. This is very basic stuff that we're just doing on the computer. Sending emails out to our clients list, right? They write the content. We put it in the software, we format it, we add the links, we test it, we schedule it, we pick who it's going to go to, and we send it out. Granting program access to people, resetting passwords. Again, these are computer tasks, but you do not need to be techie to do them. Social media support. We as virtual assistants are not social media managers. We're not doing strategy and content pillars and all of that. But there's an admin aspect to social media, responding to DMs with the FAQs that people ask, posting previously made content. Your client makes the content, you can actually schedule it out for them, replying in their comments, things like that. In the fifth main bucket that services tend to fall into is research and data. Researching a new platform or a program, a client will say, hey, I'm thinking about implementing this. Can you research it and then give me the cliff notes, right? Tracking performance or client data, running your clients' numbers so that they can see their numbers and be informed on their business without having to get in there and pull the data themselves. You do not need special skills. Okay, I need you to hear me on this. The things that you already do every single day, managing a household and or working if you work, those skills transition into this space. You're not starting over, you're just switching lanes. And so this transition should feel like that light bulb moment, the realization that I already have the skills I need. I just need to monetize them. And speaking of monetizing them, how much can you earn, right? How much is realistically available in this space? You get to make your VA business and income exactly what you want it to be because you set your rates, you choose how many hours you're going to work, and the clients that you're going to work those with, okay? The starting rate in the United States, like the industry standard accepted starting rate in the US, is $25 an hour. With experience and specialization, you can go up to $75 an hour as a virtual assistant. Most of my students, again, I've had over 1,200 women use my program. Most of them are starting somewhere in the $25 to $35 per hour range because your previous work experience, even though it's not specifically as an assistant, is really valuable and factors into your rate. So these are just a couple of examples of what is possible as a VA. Let's say you just want to work part-time, 10 hours a week. You decide to start at the lower, the $25 an hour. That's $1,000 a month. That's a good chunk of money coming in the door. Let's say you want to do it full-time. You work your way up to being 40 hours a week. You're at $35 an hour. That's $5.6K. That's a full-time salary, but it's a full-time salary that you got to earn working on your own terms. I want y'all to use my custom income calculator to see exactly what this could look like for you specifically based on the hours you have available and the rate that you think you'd want to charge. That calculator is linked in your email that this recording was linked in as well for you, okay? And is it really that flexible? We say it's flexible, but a lot of people say that about things and then it ends up actually not really being what it was advertised as. VA work is the most flexible option for moms, hands down, okay? Most of those tasks that we're doing for our clients, they only take 10, 20, 30 minutes to complete, and clients don't care when you work. They don't care. So if you happen to have 2 hours you can sit down and work while your kids are at school, fantastic, go for it. Do you need 2 hours to work uninterrupted to do this successfully? No. You can work in the pockets of your day. You can steal 10 minutes here and 20 minutes there and make this work. Clients don't care when the work gets done. They literally can't tell you what time to work because that would make you an employee, not a contractor. As long as your work gets done well and by whatever deadline there is for a project. So if you're a night owl like me, great, welcome to the club. You can work 9 to midnight. If you're a morning person and you want to wake up a little bit earlier to knock some of this out, by all means. But again, you can break it up into those pockets of your day before school drop-off, during nap time, after bedtime. VA work is actually genuinely flexible in a way that typical remote or part-time work from home jobs just are not. So a quick exercise for you. Think about when you have 30 to 60 minutes in your day that you know you end up just scrolling online, right? Or go look at your settings, look at your screen time report. That's your starting point. I'm not telling you don't ever scroll again. I get it, decompress, do all the things. But also, you could easily take 30 of those minutes of scrolling out of your day and do VA work to create this income in that time instead. Is this a fit for you? The big question, right? Being a virtual assistant is a fit for you if you want income that works around your family. You have basic organizational, communication, and computer skills. You're organized, you're detail oriented, reliable, a critical thinker. I should have put in a quick learner. You're self motivated, you're a team player. Those soft skills are really what clients value because they'll teach you their systems, they'll train you, they'll show you their software. They can teach you the processes. They cannot teach you to be reliable, right? They can't teach you to be a critical thinker. So those things are insanely valuable. And you're willing to actually do the work, but you don't want to sell anything or build a team, right? We kind of touched on that a bit. VA work is not a fit for you if you are looking for a passive income or a get rich quick path. Okay, there is unlimited potential in terms of income in this industry, but you are working. It is a job. Okay, so I want to make sure that is very clear. And if you're sitting here thinking, okay, this could actually work for me, like this is exciting, this sounds like a good fit, the next question is usually, but where do I even start, right? Where do I start doing this? Maybe you're racking your brain right now wondering, do I actually have skills clients will pay for though? Like, what could I offer? How do I show a client what I can even do? Could I really pull this off? Or is this just something I see other women on the internet doing, right? Those are exactly the right questions. And I built a workshop specifically to answer all of them. Just to give you a little peek into the possibility here, Amelia completed each step inside of the workshop I just mentioned. She put the effort into the worksheet. She did her one-sheet resume that she was proud to share with business owners. And then she went and shared that resume in Facebook groups and signed her first $1,000 per month client just 10 days later. Okay. And $1,000 per month client is not unheard of by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually fairly common for your first client to be anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month. So what's in this workshop? Okay, the workshop is called Discover Your Superstar VA Skills, and it will walk you through 4 very simple steps to take everything that you already know, all those skills you already have, and translate them into real in-demand VA services. By the end of this 4-step workshop, you will have your list of skills and services formatted into a professional resume and the confidence to actually go put that resume in front of potential clients. And the best part is that the whole thing takes less than 4 hours to do. I designed it specifically so that a busy mom could actually finish it. We've had over 1,300 women do this workshop, and on average, those who have done it and completed it have said that their confidence in their ability to be a virtual assistant was doubled on average by just step 2 of 4. It is a fantastic workshop. Another glimpse into the possibilities. Lisa, my girl Lisa, was a corporate baddie who was completely and totally burnt the fuck out. She was over it. Her job was moving everyone back fully in office. She said, no thanks, I'm going to take control of my days. She completed this DSS workshop and within months left her corporate job and was sending me messages saying, took the boys to the pool on a Tuesday just because I can. She got to spend her summer at home with her boys instead of being at the office while they were taken to summer camp or with a sitter at home. What exactly is in this workshop? Okay, it is self-paced. This workshop, you're going to get immediate access to all of the trainings. It's self-paced so that you can fit it in your days when it works for you, just like actual VA work, but that doesn't mean you're doing it all alone, okay? You'll have pre-recorded trainings for each step that you can listen to on a walk, in the car, on the couch, doing dishes, rocking your baby, any of the places. Then for each training, you're going to have a 20-minute worksheet, right? 20 minutes of guided implementation via worksheets so that you're not just hearing me talk about it and learning it, you're actually then doing it, right? You're implementing it. And the most valuable piece of this is that you're going to get feedback and accountability from me the whole way through. You're not just going to do the worksheet and be like, hope that was good. You're not going to make the resume and be like, well, I followed the template, hope it makes sense. you're going to turn them into me and get feedback and coaching. It takes less time than a dinner and a movie date night to complete this entire workshop, and it costs way less than a dinner and a movie date as well. I have a special offer just for you as a thank you for joining me for this class. You can get access to this workshop for 33% off for the next 72 hours, okay? Normally, this workshop is $33. It's your next step as a virtual assistant, and you can get it for just $22, which is literally less than a popcorn pop combo at the movie theater for your dinner and a movie date. Just click the button below to grab the workshop. It's right here under the video. To grab the workshop that will jumpstart your VA business. It's going to catapult your confidence in 4 simple steps. Grab it before your savings expire in just 72 hours. What women are saying. Okay, these are just a couple quotes. I'm not going to read each one. You can take a screenshot if you want. These are women who did this workshop and what they had to say about it. I found more value in the past 4 days with you than any program I've ever taken in the past. It was so cool to think of how I could turn the skills I use every day into services that would be valuable to business owners. This workshop works. I promise y'all, I will tell you in training 1, you'll get out of it what you put into it. But I have seen time and time and time again with over 1,300 women who've done this workshop, it works. It's going to boost your confidence and truly jumpstart you into this space. This one says, girl, I'm mind blown and excited for this opportunity. As we were going through today's PowerPoint, I literally felt so seen as I do every single one of your points every day. I had no idea how I could still contribute to my family's financials and get to be home with my kids because virtual assistance is so flexible. The Discover Your Superstar VA Skills workshop, y'all, is the natural next step since it will absolutely jumpstart you into the VA space by taking actual, tangible action. This is the way to finally move past the I don't have experience, what could I even offer phase that you've probably been stuck in for months and finally start making progress toward income. If you have any questions about anything we talked about in this class today or anything about the workshop, I am more than happy to answer any and all questions that you have. Either send me an email at hello@laurajtraining.com or message me on Instagram. And if you haven't sent VA to me yet, do that now at hey.lauranicole and we can chat. I am so glad that you hung out here with me for these 22 minutes. And I hope that you have a solid understanding now of what this looks like, what it could look like for you. And if you're feeling ready to take the next step, absolutely grab this workshop, save that 33% for the next 72 hours, and really jumpstart into this space. I cannot wait to support you in the workshop.